2 watermelons, and 3,000 score. And I've got a pretty good strategy today. It's just going to be to keep going and going and going until something happens. And that's going to be extra fun because I'm running on 2 hours of sleep and a lot of coffee. But to be fair, how could I sleep? Every time I close my eyes, I see watermelons. I've also watched a moderately handy guide on the size of the fruits relative to their position on the scale. Like, it turns out the apples are actually the biggest for their size, so you really don't want apples lying around. Things like the pineapples are the smallest, so you want pineapples lying around if you can pick anything. And I'm like 40% sure that's accurate. I did watch the video for 30 seconds. But if the internet has taught me anything, that makes me an expert immediately. The game really is evil. At this point, you feel like it's so easy. How could we ever possibly lose? All we gotta do is combine circles. It's the easiest thing in the world. But it's harboring a dark, disturbing secret. I'm gonna try really hard to keep things wedged a little bit to the right. That way the biggest piece can hopefully sit in the lower right with the right pieces around it. But we'll see how that goes. I'm also feeling a lot better about my placement of pieces. I can usually land them exactly where I want them without them bouncing into weird spots. Although that will inevitably happen. And that's part of this game, and you just need to accept it. Already, this wasn't well thought out by me, but I'm pretty sure if I drop it here, it will pull to the apple on the right, and then we'll have a pineapple on the right. The apple looks so concerned, he's slowly being carried over there. We're going to help him a little bit by going like that. I don't love the way there's a few things between the apple and the pineapple, but they're far enough apart, like on this scale, that I'm not that worried about that one. The more of those little things I have sitting around, though, that's going to get annoying quickly. Okay, but those combined into a grape, a single grape is better than like 4 small pieces. So we're basically going to put the garbagey pieces on the left, and on the right, we're going to try and put all the important stuff, and we're going to try and keep forcing them to the right, where they will eventually touch each other and be friends. Sort of like that, and this one isn't going to sit there, so I'm going to try and bounce it to the left that way, and that sort of worked. We got to keep pressuring things that way, all to one side where they can eventually become one. Except for these. These are fun, because we can just drop them like that, and already we have another red piece up top. However, I already explained earlier in this video that the red apples are the ones you don't want lying around if you have the choice. So this one to the lower left, it's gotta go. With a little luck, we can coax it right out of there. So we're gonna leave another red apple sitting there, ironically, for now. And more garbage here. I'm gonna try and pull this one to the right. That way those 2 apples will hopefully eventually make friends. Especially once I start putting force on one side to the other, the whole world will shift. And hopefully for the better. Okay, that also wasn't what I wanted, but that's fine. I don't know why I thought dropping a cherry would also help. I guess that line is sitting slightly left of center mass. I'm gonna have to do a bit of a tricky maneuver here to try and bounce that cherry over. It wasn't a very strong bounce. That's fine, we're gonna have another red one here, so we're really piling up those red things. But that's okay, we have a pineapple sitting there, and pineapples are our friends. And these orange guys too are nice. I don't know about their size, but they're just so easy to combine. They're not really that much trouble to have sitting around. And double cherries are also nice. If there was always double cherries, we would have world peace. I really don't want to throw anything in behind that apple because I really want that apple to go join that other apple. I don't want red pieces sitting around. But as we found out before, we don't often get our choice. So we can just hope those will eventually kind of sort themselves out. If not, we'll just live with having an apple on the bottom. It's super annoying, but worse things have happened. I've also realized I just sort of built this up in the wrong direction. There'll be a nice chain reaction, but it's got to go back the other way. So I gotta try and force whatever this thing is to the right without jamming anything in between them. So I need lots of weight right here, and I still don't know if that's gonna be enough. But those 2 are actually gonna combine, and then these 2 can combine. Yeah, there we go. That was an unreasonably lucky bounce. But now we have a melon. So actually, I kind of want to let those slide because hopefully those strawberries will touch, and then the grapes will touch if they combine. If and when. I'm gonna leave that there for now, and then this is just an easy, lazy way to never mind get rid of a cherry. That's not at all what I wanted. I'm gonna try and alleviate some pressure for just a moment by doing that. I need those strawberries to touch. Well, I would like them to touch. Actually, this maybe isn't the worst thing in the world. If I put that there, I was hoping that would force that pale thing to the left. I don't know what that is. Maybe a cantaloupe. But, you know, feel free to yell at me in the comments when I'm mislabeling things. I feel like I really should have dropped a smaller piece behind this thing. But then again, it might have been too small to do anything anyway. So for now, we're just going to leave a red one up there. And we're going to do a combination here that might shift things. That was actually kind of stupid because that could have really boned things up real bad. But now we have a sort of an even spot. So this is actually setting up fairly nicely so far. I don't hate this one. And just in case, I'm going to have that settle nicely in there. Cherry can go there. Perfect. And then these are going to have a nice little reaction. We can even get rid of some more cherries. So we got a nice clean start right now. So if I get just a little bit of luck, I can set that, never mind, up there. That's not the worst thing in the world still. Which way is that going to fall? That's almost dead center. And it's going the bad way. To the surprise of no one, it fell the wrong way, and that also was not super great. Well, we're going to reassess this side while we're trying to figure out what to do about everything on that side. Okay, I'm going to stash a strawberry. Not there. We played that game before. That's not going to stay up there. Maybe I can actually combine all the way up right here. That might actually work. If that could just sort of sit right in this little crevice, we can have a reaction. We're still up dealing with a cherry, but I'm going to try and get that to bounce to the left and settle into that little slot. That can also go there. Then perfect. Now we're getting somewhere again. I just wish I could wedge this one over here. We'll bounce off the apple that way. We'll go there. The pieces are shaping up fairly nicely. I wish I had a better spot to put this. I'm going to drop it there real quick because I need to get that gap closed. I need something to roll to the right there. If I can't get something in behind that, this is all going to fall apart. All it takes is 1 or 2 bad bounces and you're completely boned. I'm going to try and get this strawberry in behind though. Yeah, there we go, to get that thing finally moving in one direction. Since it's still pushing over, I'm going to drop that there. And then that can play over here with its friend. And then they're going to have an orange one loaded there. Actually, I still need some more weight like in behind. So I'm going to try and bounce that one all the way down. And hopefully we put enough weight over there eventually to force the 2 big melons below to play. But what might actually be a better choice right now is hopefully that and the pink ones will touch. The pink ones want to touch. Maybe if we get enough weight down on top, it will squeeze everything else out. There we go. It's on the move. It's so close. Are they going to touch? They're so close. They've got to touch. I'm pretty sure we just need a little bit of weight somewhere here. And it will force the 2 pinks together and everything will have a giant explosion. And then we'll pick up the pieces after that. It's so very little keeping things apart right now. Okay, I'm going to see if I can set up a bit of a chain reaction to hopefully, yeah, there we go. Alleviate the pressure as soon as that red spits up. Yeah, there we go. I don't love what we're left with, but I think I can work with this, especially because I can actually combine those ones there all the way up to a pink. That would leave it on that side, but it would clear up a little bit of room. I'm actually not really going to make a decision on that straight away. I was kind of hoping to see what we get next, and this I think I can work with. So yeah, that actually worked out a little better. Then these can go over here anyway. Now, it would be nice if those 2 would touch. It's really a game about teaching fruits to be friends with each other. Okay, come on. They're so close. Got them. This actually might be the chain reaction we need. Oh no, it went the wrong way. Oh, actually, that bounced really hard. I did not expect that to happen. So we'll go like that. Oh, we just made our problem much worse. So if I put that there, I'm hoping I could drop a strawberry. That's probably going to fall to the left. I'm going to do a really risky maneuver here and just go like that in the hopes that that would somehow jostle things around. It really didn't though. Well, we're going to have an orange one there. Then I'm going to make a red one here. I don't know how to get that pineapple over to this spot now. That would have been a watermelon. It was so close on its bounce. Well, we're just going to start building up in the center. Eventually, I might get something to combine out of its way, and then it can just roll straight to its friend. All I've really got to do is get this apple to go over to the other apple, and that might actually be just enough to work. Unfortunately, everything we drop is going to be counterproductive to doing that. I'm going to try and force things down with a little bit of like a wedge. It's actually moving a little bit, but that's pretty much the result we're going to get probably every time. I could try and make a pineapple right here. It's a little bit hard to do with a limited space, but not impossible. And to be fair, I do have 2 pineapples sitting around, and like I said earlier, pineapples are the best like size ratios, so I'm going to convince myself this is actually a good thing. Although that's not particularly hard to do. I do that all day long. Well, this will be a satisfying little reaction all the way up to that, and now these 2 don't want to play. Mostly because like a singular cherry is in the way. That would actually give me a lot of room were I able to do that. But if we go like that, I was hoping those reds would play nice. And now those pushed way far away from each other, so we're back to dealing with garbage. So we're going to drop that right there. And this might actually be okay, because now we have a pink one there, and the pink is almost a pineapple. If we can manage to do that one more time. And the game is actually setting us up pretty nicely so far for that, but we'll see if that remains. Those two already bounced away from each other because they hate me, but we'll see how this goes. If we put that there, that is not supposed to sit there. I dropped that wrong. That might have actually boned us. Okay, we just need a lucky chain reaction here because we're about to merge quite a ways. So if nothing bounces, no, that would roll the wrong way. It boned me so bad. Those two would have combined, we would have had a watermelon plus. We would have had a watermelon pineapple. That would have been the dream. I guess for now we can... Oh, those didn't even combine. It just booted me out of the game. I'm actually fairly sure at the beginning you can just kind of go like this and let them fall for quite a while, and then you just pick up the pieces afterwards. Probably based on the size of them, they'll mostly sort themselves into whatever spots they need. And before you know it, you'll have a watermelon. Okay, well, we got as far as a pineapple plus, so that now we can start actually organizing again. But what I would really like to do is get to that one, so we'll start working everywhere else. Except for the strawberry rolled literally down to here, where it's pretty much immediately in my way. We made a very rolly board this time, and that's super annoying because nothing is going to go anywhere I need it to. It's all going to do completely the opposite. We did manage to get a chain reaction down below. We might actually get another one here. If we can jiggle things just a little bit, there we go. I think we can work our way down in there just a little bit. We don't need to go that far. We just need a few pieces to do their thing. These guys are actually working their way toward each other. I thought that might also help give it just enough of a push. Never mind. They're trying. They're thinking about it. Oh, they did it. They pushed. They touched. And we might get another little chain reaction or two here. Perfect. The more that happens, the more it cleans out down below. I really actually like this strategy of just dropping a bunch of stuff at the beginning. It's much quicker to get your progress back. Is it stupid to do this? No, that's a good idea. Those two might touch. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's actually not bad on the left side. Yep, that's fine. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that and leave that there. I don't think that one's too bad of a size shape. I do kind of want to get one down in there to try and combine upwards. Yeah, just like that, actually. Then actually, if I put a cherry there, it might tilt it far enough that it's putting pressure downwards onto the apple. I want to combine downwards if I can. If I put that there, I was really hoping that wouldn't push that out, but it did. That maybe not the end of the world so far. Basically, I really want these two to touch. And actually, okay. Yeah, okay. That got us to this point at least. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't really what I wanted or expected to happen, but it was even better because, well, here we go. We got one of these guys. No, I need to place this one maybe here, and then I need to do a hopefully chain reaction. Perfect. So far this is all really good. Everything's shifting down below, but I don't really think that's gonna matter very much. We can probably lose a cherry there and go like that to make a little chain reaction. If I was really lucky, that would force its way all the way to the bottom, but I'm clearly not that lucky. That's not in a great spot, but it's also not horrible, so we can put a cherry over there. Then we can combine those two into a red. It's really annoying having a red down in the bottom, but I'll get over it if you will. It's really going to annoy me more than anyone. The pieces on that side actually shifted. I don't know if that was good or bad, but it's interesting they shift once in a while to kind of like let an opening open. Because every once in a while they'll just make a little deposit down below and everything falls more or less right back to where it was. This is hopefully okay. We're eliminating some pieces down below, plus our score is going up slowly. And then it all falls right back into place. So cool. That wasn't supposed to happen. It keeps jumping the cursor. While everything's doing this, I'm going to try and just get away with doing that, which is fine. And then those two can combine over there. I might have too much weight on the right side now because I've got to try and drop something on top of this eventually. And I think if I currently drop something up there, it's going to be game over. And then we can have a nice little chain reaction party there. That red one is sitting in a nice little spot. Cherries can just hang out over here. This cherry, we're going to get two more cherries anyway, so let's just go cherry, and they'll combine, and another cherry. Wow, the game is so kind and thoughtful sometimes. I just want so many cherries in a row. The more the better, really. I hope the game is listening. So that could make a chain reaction, but that might make a chain reaction in the wrong direction. That should be okay. No, it went in the wrong direction. It absolutely went in the wrong direction. I'm hoping I can get a cherry in there to start coaxing it over, and then we'll put a big one on top to further coax it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, no, that wasn't what I wanted. I'm going to try dropping some stuff here. I need that big melon down below to go back to the left. So I think I need more weight up here. That's also maybe working against me in another way entirely. I still think that'll work. If I put enough weight and I can get that green melon to shift to the left, I think that'll do it. But that's a little bit easier said than done. That wasn't too bad. If I get these two reds to combine, also maybe a good thing. Yeah, this is not super great. But as long as I tell myself it's fine, then it truly is fine. Okay, here's a mini chain reaction at least. So we can still build up on top of that. That's not super bad. So these two will combine into a red. Then we just need one more red somewhere here. Gingerly. So if we can manage to get this to stay sort of right there, which it didn't, okay. Either way, we might get a chain reaction soon. Okay, this will be it. The chain reaction of unknown proportions. Okay, that's fine-ish. We'll just keep stacking it up over here. This is gonna be okay. These would almost make the right chain reaction if I could just get them to climb that little hurdle. But maybe if I put some pieces here, it can actually sort of put the force down needed to make those two meet. I'm really starting to resent this game in a very big... I didn't touch that. The cursor keeps jumping to that side. Many hours and a good night's sleep later, we have a watermelon and I'm feeling good. So now the pressure's on me to not do anything stupid and keep this run alive. I want to try and turn that bundle of grapes into one of these orange things so it gets out of the way. So we're going to do exactly that. I'm just not entirely sure what to do with the strawberry yet. It's going to go there and that's going to go there before anything shifts really hard. I mostly want to take that red one out from underneath if I can. So for now, I'm actually maybe going to put these right up top. This is actually a really pivotal point in this run. This is a big gamble to do it this way. I also might knock this watermelon out of balance, because if I do that, it's going to want to start sliding at some point. It's slowly shifting. I'm still going to try and put that up there. Okay, everything is shifting, so my gamble has worked against me and everything's fallen to places I don't want it to. That was really pivotal and that sucks. But that's what watermelon game is. You just keep dealing with whatever happens. It's rather unpredictable. Well, for now I can jam a few small things down in there where they can just sort of exist, hopefully. I don't really want to make any more red things down there. As we learned, the reds are too big. They take up way too much space considering what they are. But we can make a little chain reaction here with these guys, or not. That might actually not be that bad. That might actually be a good thing the way those fell, depending on what happens here. Well, we got a space on the left side for a bunch of junk, so that's okay. I kind of have limited options for what I can do with things right now until I get one of these, and then we can just make some room, just a little bit. And if things shift around, they'll actually eat up some of those little things down below. And this cherry can actually slide right through, I think. And then this is going to turn into something red. And I was hoping it'd be a bigger chain reaction. I'm going to try and bonk it through real quick. There, it's going. It's going. There we go. Things are coming along. It's amazing how much easier this is when you've actually slept. And now I've got lots of sort of platform to work with. So I can just do cherries up here and turn them into not cherries immediately. These guys I can actually probably utilize right there. That's going to turn into a red thing. See that cherry? It's turned into a strawberry, and that's now turned into a grape. And this is going to be our junk storage up here, where we're slowly going to upgrade into better things. Things will shift around, but that's probably fine. Orange can just sit up there because these guys, yes, those guys are turning into my mortal enemy very quickly. The angles of things will change as things shift around, but I'm going to put something like that right there to block in case any of these guys get exciting. Cherry's going to go there. This is actually a tough one to place right now. I kind of want to put it here, believe it or not, because I want to turn this one into its next one that'll hopefully combine with that and then that. There's not really guaranteed those are going to go that way. I could potentially use the cherry to separate them, but that's also super risky right now. For these guys, I could just go like that. Okay, I'm going to try this now. I think I can suck it downwards if I put it like here. Go. And that actually worked. See, sleep and coffee is the key. I can actually think about what's about to happen instead of just dropping things and going, it'll be fine. This strawberry is a little bit annoying, and that's not really what I wanted to happen there, but that's fine because these are at least turning into the orange. These are the beginning of usefulness. Anything less than these is just a matter of putting somewhere useful for the time being. That could go there. We're getting rid of strawberries right away. Those are going to become two of those anyway. We got a red one sitting right on top of its friend. We definitely don't have a ton of room, but you're not going to after a certain point in this anyways, now are you? I don't know if I can actually make that sit there without it rolling to the right. I do think it will roll to the right, so that's actually really annoying. because this guy's sitting in his stupid spot as well. What I can potentially do is drop that there, then combine the grapes into something new. Nope, that's also stupid. All right, well, I'm just going to go for that. You know what? This is actually still okay because I could just drop this on top. Now, if I get one of those little orange ones, I drop it there. Chain reaction straight down. Now, when that happens, the things from about this line to the left will fall down on top of it, so we want to be careful what we put over here. But if we start combining things like this, we can actually get a nice little chain reaction, and that stuff will sit over there nicely. And this is actually a perfect one to have sitting over here. You're probably very confused as to what I'm saying. I need this one to combine with the left, not downwards though. This could actually, I never considered that. But we're gonna try this anyways. I just needed to sit like there, and it went the wrong way. Of course it did. So we'll put that there. We got to do the same thing. I'm going to try and pull it to the left. I guess the right also works here too anyway. The right's probably actually better now that I look at that. And now look at all the pieces we have loaded. I'm going to put that there. I need the strawberry to be something bigger before I slide everything down. Otherwise, that's just going to be a big clog up right here. So even that's just going up there into temporary storage. Things like cherries. I kind of wish that wasn't sitting here now, but I had to get it out of the way, so that was a necessary evil. That went the wrong way, but we could throw that up there. This guy's going to go right there before anything falls into its place. We could almost set that on top and roll things under it, but I don't love that strategy either. We're actually getting close to the right chain reaction here though, so if that goes there, yep, all that's going to combine. That red one up here needs to go elsewhere. Okay, here's what we're going to do for now. That's going there. These guys are going to chain react into that. Now we're looking good. If I had played this just a little better earlier, all of this could be like 10% lower and we would be in really good shape. We're still in really good shape, but we could be in better. So we'll try and build up another tiny chain reaction here, which is sort of working. We got a cherry, but that's going to play right into our chain reaction because we're that smart. That's dangerously going to sit there for a while, really dangerously. And now is the point where we're really running out of valuable options. This can work, but this could also collapse in on ourselves very quickly depending on what pieces we get next. It just... That actually killed us. It tilted us just enough for that to kill us. It's because we were 10% too high. We could have easily pushed that up over 3,000.